kind of want to talk about being the village, being the community for a minute, because I have learned how to be the village and be the community over the past couple of years. When I first moved into this apartment building, I came from homelessness, and before that, I came from mold toxicity, which gave me a debilitating illness. So when I moved into this apartment building, I was bordering having agoraphobia. I would have anxiety attacks anytime I left the apartment, and I didn't want to introduce myself to anybody. I kind of wanted to just be invisible and bury my head in the sand. And I was afraid of anybody finding out that I was homeless in a way, because I thought, like, well, what does that mean? Like, are they going to think that I'm othered? Are they going to treat me poorly? I had no shame about actually being homeless. Like, that's my story and I own it, but I was afraid of how people were going to treat me because I had been so used to people just treating me so awful, like being in a vulnerable, low state and people just kicking me when I was down. And then I got my dog back, and it forced me to go outside and integrate into the community and walk her. And I already knew that the agoraphobia was unhealthy. And so I knew that this was time for me to use this as an opportunity to get better. I made it my mission to not just get over my fears, but to actually become more of a social person. And so I did. I really focused on greeting people, introducing myself to people. And over time, I really started to connect with the community. This apartment building is full of all walks of life, people from all different backgrounds, many of which were homeless at some point. Some that you would never expect have been homeless. And that was very surprising to learn. Our management here has consistently sucked. There was even a point in time where we didn't have any management, and we have new management who sucks just as bad. There's also been a lot of crime that has happened in this apartment building, and the management has done nothing about it. So, in many ways, this has brought the community closer together. But my difficulty has come from the fact that anytime I think that the community is really strong and that people can rely on each other, it's like our society and our community has been so ingrained in not actually holding a community. People are so good at rallying together and having a community closeness when things are crumbling, like truly crumbling. But I notice that people have a hard time holding that. Like, people don't have that skill set, and so it's not really like normal for them. So when they get back to like their normal lives and everything's like just a normal level of crappy, it's like they lose the community aspect. There's been so many times where I start to build up a relationship, a friendship with these people. It's not just them. This has been my pattern over the past several years now, as I start to get close to people and then something happens where you start to see that they're very morally skewed. And that's not to say that they have different morals than you. It's that they're genuinely morally skewed, or that people don't really want to be the village. They seems like they kind of enjoy the strings attached to giving or even their kindness. Now, this might also be the place that I'm at, you know what I mean? A lot of the people in this building have been burned, gone through difficulties, and are quite withdrawn. Even the people that are extremely warm and friendly on the outside, sometimes you find something quite sinister lurking within. That's what I've noticed. I say this to say that I'm not going to give up on finding my community. I'm not going to give up because I've gotten so close. I have built this inner community within myself. I'm not going to stop being that neighbor that gives and that is kind and that stands up for what is right on behalf of those who cannot speak about it or speak up for it, or who need help speaking up and standing up for it. I just think right now in my life, it's like this community here in this time, in this place, has been used to build this skill up within me. I'm going to continue to use it to build up my skill set, my inner village. But I just think that this is maybe not the right village for me. I will say though, my experiences here and also going through homelessness have really shifted my perspective in a way that I never would have expected. As I've mentioned a few times, there's been a couple run-ins with mathematics in this building. I don't know how else to put that on here. And then of course, talking and meeting with a lot of people who've also experienced homelessness and going through it myself. It's just, all of this has just grounded me in such a way that I never would have expected. I just see people as people, and it's just so needed. And I think maybe that's a big reason why a lot of people don't feel the inner village as well, maybe. I mean, not that they should go through these experiences, but maybe that they haven't had any sort of experiences that could shift them into that inner village mindset. Given our management here, when I was informing them that I had experienced smelling mathematics before, their response was so jarring, because to me these are my people, you know what I mean? This is my community that I live in. The people who are doing and making and smoking the mathematics are people that I talk to in the elevator. Like, that's like, no honey, that's Cindy, that's Katie. I just made up those names, but seriously, like, it's like I've had conversations with these people. These are just human beings who are struggling with something. And management was like, oh my gosh, that's so scary. Like, I would love to know who they are so I can stay far away from them. Like, that's like so spooky. Also, like, don't call the police, because that's like, I don't even know what the police would do. And like, that just sounds like a mess. I'm like, what? What? I mean, that's inappropriate on every level, but I'm just saying, like, it is just so interesting, because I feel like you can't have the inner village if that's your mindset. Like, they're human beings who are suffering, who live among us, who walk among us, who later on today I'm gonna say hey and ask them how they're doing, and they go to the grocery store just like you and I do. You know what I mean? Like, they are a part of my village right now. You know what I mean? And it's like, if you don't have the village within here, then yeah, you're going to exclude a lot of people who need help. You're going to exclude the people who might be like a little spooky, a little scary. They're going, oh, their trials and tribulations are a little spooky. Like, they're part of my village too. So that's another thing I've learned.